the Rebel Road Trip, we've made our way to Toowoomba to find this unique business that's sitting out here. It's called Planet Paints. You can check them out online, planetpaints.com.au. I'm going to go and talk to Julie. They're saving the planet, one painting project at a time. So Planet Paints, saving the planet, one painting project at a time. Julie, tell me, what is Planet Paints all about? Because I've heard about it and I want to know.
Well, it's my brother's, Mark Rowan's, actual conception. He's been in solvent distillation for many years and petrochemicals in general. So one day he sort of realised after he distilled some product, he dropped the paint residues left behind.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think that's still paint. So that's the genesis of our concrete coating, our VersaCoat Maintain. It's a 2-pack material we recycle out of the panel trade. So we had to fine tune it a little bit, but the panel trade use a particular system of paint, so it's a clear over base coat paint.
Yep.
Very much standard across the industry.
Yes.
So it's something we know, we pick up that, we call it trade waste from the industry.
Yep.
We give it a pretty good price because of what we do with it. So we distill the solvent, recycle that back to the industry as gun wash so they can clean out their guns.
Yep.
Cycle continues.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And this is the thing, that if we can save the planet and have businesses like, because yours is very unique. It's not like there's a lot of people who give a rat's ass about the planet, but you guys do. And that's what this is about.
It's nice to hear that because it's very hard in the marketplace to stand out. I thought when I started, my daughter was 1, she's now 16. I thought it would just be so easy because it's at the forefront of people's mind is trying to help the environment and do the right thing. Most
Absolutely.
people want to do the right thing. But when we first started, we were specifically targeting industry. Mark had a paint product that was an industrial primer. We thought it would be a walk-up start, but it wasn't that easy. It just wasn't so simple. So what we thought the business would look like at the start, 16, 17 years ago, is definitely not where we are today. So we now recycle water-based paint. We'll show you through the shop. We've got some small stuff. So along the journey, we had a contract with Brisbane City Council through another waste company. So we picked up just household waste paint. So people go to the transfer station out here at Charlton, drop off their paint. So we would get that every week. We did that for quite a few years. And it's not a very sophisticated, glamorous process, but we realised pretty quickly that there's a lot of really usable paint here.
Yep.
So we're a little bit different to the big hardware chains where you go buy paint. We don't have every colour under the rainbow. There's not 16 different shades of white. We just have our batches and that's what they are. And when the batches are finished, they're gone. But the nature of how we do it, it's all the best paints on the market. It's what's salvageable. The ones that are made cheap tend to not last long and not really be recycllable in that sense. So it's all the top brand names that everyone knows that end up in our material. And we rework it, we put a biocide in it just to get the shelf life of it to lengthen and refilter and repackage.
I think it's incredible that you've got your concrete coatings, you do the panel industry sorted out, and the domestic and professional painter sorted out. Like literally any painting project, Planet Paints can make that happen.
Yeah, we're not going to be all things to everybody. Mark's always sort of talked about that we'd be happy to get 1 or 2% of the paint market because it's a big market. Australian paint market is huge. Yeah. But there's also a big waste paint problem, so I think there's definitely a niche in the market for us. We find that it's first homeowners that are on a tight budget that really will look at us.
Absolutely, or if you've got a rental property, something to that effect, that's where you can do it. I love the idea of this, saving the planet, one painting project at a time. Planet Paints, you can find them online at planetpaints.com.au.
That's it.
Go and do it. Part of the Rebel Road Trip. Who'd have thought?